Hey guys, it's Jeremy from Team Shift. Today we're going to talk about basic troubleshooting some Mac problems that you may encounter, like if the computer's running slow or just acting weird, not doing something quite right. I know this is really rare to happen, but in case it does happen, I want to show you a couple things you can do to try to fix it. So first things first, we're going to go into a program called Disk Utility. In Disk Utility, I'm going to get there by using Spotlight here in the top right hand corner. Spotlight's pretty great. I can do anything with Spotlight. I can search for the word Apple and it'll bring up any document that has Apple in it, or I can do like a simple equation, but it's also really great for just finding anything on your computer program-wise. So I'm going to type in Disk Utility, because Disk Utility is kind of obscure. It lives in a utilities folder within applications. And then I'm going to select the partition Macintosh HD. Volume partition. It's kind of like primer paint, and this is the paint on the wall right here. So Apple is a Unix-based operating system. That means it runs on a series of permissions in order to make things work properly. And that's as simple as you have permission to go to your house and go into your room. Those kind of permissions. Sometimes permission gets a little screwy, and when that happens, we want to go ahead and repair them. So there's a couple little scary things in here. We're going to avoid all of that. The only thing you ever really need to do is click that Macintosh HD and then click Repair Disk Permissions. And we're going to fast forward through this a bit. Okay, and we're at the end here. So basically found a bunch of permission errors, and usually you'll find like a whole lot of stuff. A lot of it is just kind of minor. Occasionally there can be some big thing in there that was causing your problem. It's going to fix it. You're going to want to run disk permission repair, what we just did. If you have any trouble like opening or closing something within your kind of user folder, like if iPhoto won't open, or you can't empty your trash can, you get an error, you can't open a certain file, that's when repairing disk permissions is going to be a good move. Or if you just think it's acting weird, go ahead and repair it. You will do no harm, and it'll probably fix something for you. Other thing I like to check is we're going to do some fun stuff in Terminal. So I'm going to basically go back into Spotlight, start typing in Terminal. Here we go, and this is a terminal window. This is where you can do some like all sorts of goofy stuff. Some of it pretty scary that you probably don't want to mess around with on your computer, but there's some helpful things you can do too. So for example, purge is a great key command. So if I type in purge enter, it clears up any memory that was doing something silly and gives me that memory back so I can have it for whatever process I'm currently working on. So maybe I'm in Safari and it's going really slow. I can basically open up Terminal, type purge real quick, and it's going to clear out any memory that was maybe stuck on, say, trying to print something and just got jammed up, or just running some other process. So I'll have that memory back, so it's pretty good. So another thing that's really good for your computer is actually turning it off once every couple days. When you turn off your computer, it does a lot of different things, but one of it is just kind of reset some of its memory and get rid of some cache and dump it. So turning it off can be a really good move. And you can see how long your computer's been up by typing uptime and hit enter. This is a trick I use literally all the time. Probably one of the first things I look at to see where the problem is. So far to date, we had one computer that was on for 102 days straight, so that's pretty impressive. If you beat that record or have the highest record, put it in the little comment field below, and Team Shift will buy you a free cup of coffee. It'll be pretty great. So anyway, turning off your computer, very good move to do. And how you do that, you can simply just go in the Apple up top here and hit restart or shut down. It doesn't really need to be off for more than 10 seconds. Just turning it off and turning it back on is going to do a lot of stuff to help. It doesn't need to be off overnight. So just actually restarting it and shutting it down, good stuff. The last thing I want to show you is what's called a PRAM reset. So a PRAM reset basically can help do a lot of things, but it clears out any virtual memory that was stuck within your kind of your preference file. So what that means is, let's say you have the volume turned down on your Mac or muted, or the screen kind of dimmed. A PRAM reset gets rid of that stuff, and sometimes within that stuff the problem can live. So how do we do a PRAM reset? Well, we're actually going to turn the computer off. So we're going to turn the computer off, and when it's powering on, we are going to hold down the following keys: PR, Command, and Option. And we're going to keep holding down these keys until we hear that startup chime. Twice. So as soon as we hear that startup chime, and then we're good to go. We can go ahead and let go of it, and we just reset the PRAM. Pretty cool, right? Any questions, as always, you can email us at tech@sch.org. Any feedback, send it our way. We'd love to hear it. Have a good day.